Hey, what's up everyone? So today we're going to be doing chapter 4-2 car wash app. As you can see, I already have the whole app designed already. I have the IC launcher loaded. If you don't know how to do that, go ahead and watch 4-1 video. I showed you guys how to do that and how that changed the size of your fonts and the color of your fonts. So right now I'm just showing you guys how I already added everything. So go ahead and pause the screen because I'm showing you my strings. Now I should show you that I updated the styles sheet, and I also changed the app theme to holo.light because that's how you show the IC launcher. Again, if you don't know how to do any of that, just go and just watch the first few minutes of my 4-1 video, and I go into a little bit more detail than I do right now because right now we're just going to jump right into the Java code. So as you can see here, I already have the 3 get support action bar buttons loaded to show the IC launcher when you launch the app. I recommend that you do the IC launcher first, because if you do that last and your app's not showing that, you're gonna more than likely gonna have to start over from scratch because you have no experience in Android Studio. So right now I'm setting the doubles for for our variables. I'll go ahead and show you guys the end result. Alright, so go ahead and pause the screen so you can take a look. Hopefully the variable names make sense to you guys. Okay, next thing we're going to do is the thing we already know how to do, and that's going to be to add the button. So we're going to go ahead and do that next. Okay, next I'm going to go ahead and just enter the finals. As you can, hopefully you notice that I put the finals in the wrong spot. The finals should actually be going outside of the button on-click listener. So you could go ahead and just type it like I do in the video, but later on I cut it out and I copy it above the button. Again, feel free to just pause the screen and just copy the text I have. Do keep in mind that those finals are outside of the button. So next what we're going to do is actually code stuff that happens when the user presses the button. So as you can see, I'm declaring number of washes, which was a final edit text. I'm now parsing that to an integer, and I'm going to go ahead and just put the name of it, which was a hint number. It's whatever I named it in the activity main part of the app. So, right here I'm noticing that my number of washes was the same as up there, so I'm changing my number of washes on top to just washes. And I'm keeping my edit text as number of washes. So go ahead and do that as well. And then next, after this, I believe I did decimal format. So I'm going to go ahead and do that next. Okay, so once you finish typing up the decimal format, you want to go ahead and start your buttons. We have 2 buttons, so I'm doing if rad1 is checked, and we're also going to have another condition inside that if statement, and that one's going to check and see if the user puts a number higher than 12 or equal to 12. So right here I should be typing up if washes is greater than or equal to 12, do this code. So that's what I'm doing in this part of the video. And then what's so nice about radio buttons is that they're both, you could just do one radio button and then copy it and then paste it and just change the names to do the second radio button. It's so easy. It's one thing I liked about this chapter, is that it's real easy to just swift through these problems. Okay, so I think I was reading the textbook out loud to myself. This whole time I thought that my audio was recording, but it wasn't. Okay, so after this, I go ahead and what we do is we just, since we already declared the variables on top, we're just going to type them in here, and they're also going to be different. They're going to have different values, because if a person has more than 12, they get a discount, and the discount is just a different price. Okay, so notice I'm changing total to a lowercase t. I had it as uppercase T, so please keep mind of your spelling while you're programming. So right now I'm just writing the algorithm for the program. So I already put in exterior wash, because radio 1 is just exterior wash at the discount price, which is 8.99. So my total equals washes times exterior wash, and then I'm setting the result that set text, and it's just going to be the cost is going to be the format. Whatever the book says is what I wrote down. So let's go ahead and just skip to that. Okay, so once we set our set text, we want to do the else statement. This else statement is going to be for when a user does not enter a number of 12 or greater. So essentially we're just copying the if statement, and we're just going to change the variable price, which is, it goes from $8.99 to, I believe, $10.99, and then that's it. And then we just copy and paste rad2, and then we run the app. So before we actually copy and paste our radio button 1, we do want to add the toast in the else statement, because the book wants us to add a toast notification when the user does not enter a value of 12 or greater. So that's what I'm doing right here. I'll go ahead and just show you guys the final product. Okay, so that's the toast you're going to have. So once you type the toast, you can just copy and paste your radio 1 button and make it radio 2. Okay, so I'm copying radio 1, I'm giving some space, and now I'm going to change all my radio 1s to radio 2s, and I'm also going to change my variable price, my variable names. See how I have exterior wash? Well, radio 2 is supposed to be exterior wash vacuum. So make sure you go ahead and do that, and once you do that, you're finished with the app, and you can go ahead and run it. So as you can see, I have the app loaded. I then type in 15, we test out the second button, and then we see it works. It displays the message we want, and then I erase the 1 from the 15, and then right here I noticed that I didn't change my my algorithm. I didn't put exterior wash vacuum. So if you didn't do that either, don't forget to make sure you adjust your variable names as well. But once you do that, your app should be working good. Just check your names, check the algorithm, and just make sure everything's working the way it is. If it doesn't, just leave a comment in the comment section. If you like the video, go ahead and leave a like. If you're a fan of the content, you want to show support, go ahead and just subscribe. That means a lot to me. And I do plan on going to at least chapter 6, finishing chapter 6. When I took this class, we only went up to chapter 6. So 7 and above, I haven't done at all. But I do plan on finishing this book and this series with, finishing the book. And then once I do that, it's a whole new different series and stuff. So I hope you guys like the content. I did add a video about my school. I graduated from UTSA, so if you're kind of curious about my opinions on that, go ahead and check out that video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.